trying to make it all make sense.
The More You Know podcast.
So today I want to discuss something from a great book I recently finished called How Full Is Your Bucket? And it's by Tom Rath and Donald Clifton. Donald Clifton has been considered the father of strength psychology and the grandfather of positive psychology. Really a pioneer in a lot of aspects of important psychological findings. And what I want to discuss regarding what I read in this book also touches on something that I've discussed in past podcasts regarding sharing concepts, as well as something that I've always found important and was initially inspired from my dad, which is setting a positive example and looking to make an impact in your friends and those around you's lives as much as possible. This is something that I've always prioritized and made important, and this is really something that's being discussed in this book. And this is also really what I want to elaborate on further. So this book discusses how making a positive impact in someone else's life can exponentially spread throughout society. And they used a basic mathematical example to explain it, which I'd like to use. So in the book they say that if you make an impact in two people's lives, and those two people make an impact in two other people's lives from the impact that you initially made, and if this process repeats over a 10-day period, more than 1,000 people will be impacted. Now, if you take that same example, but rather than those two people making an impact in two other people's lives, it's 5 people, then in that 10-day period, more than 19 million people would be impacted. This is exponential mathematics. And how you come to that over 19 million number is by calculating 5 to the 10th power. So there's a definition for this concept, and it was defined by Dr. Barbara Fredrickson, and she calls it the chain of interpersonal events. And so what this means is that the impact that's made is so large that most of it will be impossible to truly see, understand, and recognize. So what this all means is that any average person can create the same level of significance and impact that some of the biggest people in our society like Joe Rogan are able to make. So understanding this should be extremely empowering and motivate you to make a positive impact as much as possible with every interaction you have, no matter how big or small. Even if it's just simply smiling at somebody else walking down the aisle in the grocery store that you're in, or something of that nature. Because doing so can spread like wildfire and create this insane exponential impact in society. So it's important to understand how this exponential impact works, be motivated by it, and you should be empowered and motivated in this way because you now understand the exponential impact that occurs from this. Don't forget about how large of an impact you can make in society by simply focusing on making an impact in the lives of those who surround you. And remember that no matter who you are, you can create a life of significance for yourself that surrounds a similar level of impact to some of the most inspirational people in our history. I hope this talk makes a positive impact in your life. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening or watching it, check out other episodes, leave a review, and follow us on social media at More You Know Pod. Also, please don't forget about our sweepstakes. Retweet a clip with the hashtag #TheMoreYouKnow and new podcast from our Twitter for a chance to win a signed copy of my upcoming book, The More You Know. Tag 2 friends in the comments on a clip on Instagram for a chance to win a brand new copy of Dean Graziosi's Millionaire Mindset or Ed Milet's Max Out. Like us or share a clip on Facebook for a chance to win a book I have read that highly inspired me, signed by me with an inspirational message. Again, thank you for listening as we propel with podcasting through the more you know.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The More You Know podcast.